Tonight on Supernanny, Joe meets the Webb family.
Hi, please meet Kathy.
With 3 energized kids.
Hey, do not throw.
This family is running on empty.
Don't throw it.
While Dad's job takes him on the road,
See you later. I know.
Mom becomes a single parent in desperate need of Joe's help.
You did not listen and you've been sent to the naughty chair.
But when Dad returns, things come to a screeching halt.
7 o'clock on weekends is absolutely not going to happen.
After work with me here. Come on.
I don't have a commitment to the technique.
So what's your decision?
I'm going downstairs.
Hi, my name is Kathy Webb, and this is my husband Arthur. We have 3 small kids. Joseph, who is 6, Paige, who is 5, who has Down syndrome, and Madison, who is 2.5. We had children one after the other, and it just seems like our life has just gone haywire.
We have it. Thank you.
Joseph, stop, you're going to break your arm.
I am a management consulting, and my job involves traveling 50 weeks out of the year, leaving on Sunday mostly, and returning on Friday. Kathy is also a professional, has a full-time job.
With Arthur being gone the entire week, I feel as if I'm a single mom. Where's Daddy? And I feel like I'm just at my wit's end right now. I'm sorry, can you hold on one quick second?
This woman is worn out.
Paige is a special needs child. Yes, I'm almost done. Developmental issues right now, 3 years old. So she demands definitely a lot of my time.
Hey, that is not nice.
Madison, she's very demanding. She's at times very clingy.
Uh-oh, we've got a little one attached.
Joseph, sit and eat. Joseph, who is our 6-year-old, he is very independent. And he sometimes feels as if he's being left out because I spend a lot of time with Paige and Madison. When I'm here with the children alone during the week, I mainly struggle with getting them in bed at a decent hour. No more reading.
What?
Don't get out anymore, do you understand?
A lot of times when I call, we can't even finish the conversation because the inmates are running the asylum, it seems like.
Hey, calm down. Supernanny, please come to this house. I desperately need your help.
This family could sure do with my help. I'm on my way. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm Arthur Webb.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
How you doing?
Charlie Frost.
Come in, Joe. Joe came into the house. She looked like a super nanny. You know, she had her hair pulled back in a bun. She looked very prim and proper.
Hi, pleased to meet you, Kathy.
Yes,
Joe,
Joe.
how are you?
Good, great, thank you.
Good.
When I first met Joe, I could tell right from the beginning that she was a no-nonsense type of person and that she was going to whip us into shape. This is Paige.
Hi, Paige. So pleased to meet you.
And that's Madison.
She's got other things on her mind.
Come on.
Hi, Joseph. Gonna shake Joseph's hand. Pleased to meet you. Good. So, all here together, which is absolutely wonderful. What I would love you guys to do is just to carry on as normal. I'm going to be a fly on the wall and just watch you as a family.
Okay?
Okay.
As soon as I walked into the door, met the family, Arthur was like, bye.
I have to catch the landfill before it closes at 12.
Right, okay.
Okay.
All right, then.
All right. So bye, Daddy. See you later.
Bye now.
And there we were, me, Mum and the kids. What happens for you at this time of the day?
Normally, I'm doing what I'm doing now, cleaning the kitchen or dressing the kids or doing something like that.
Oh, I'll let you carry on then with those dishes.
Okay. Thank you. Madison.
He's got that remote stuck to his hands. It's not going anywhere. Just follow me. Television on in here. Television on in here. Joseph's room. Television. Not much really going on in this household. Where's the fun? Kids are bored. I thought there was going to be activities going on and the house was going to be full of energy with the kids running around, screaming. But it wasn't. It was really quiet. I mean, nobody's going anywhere. It's like lock up. I think Mum's at a loose end of what to do with the kids.
So, Joseph, when you're not on the computer
And when you're not playing video games, what does Joseph do? What do you do?
Turn my computer.
Trying to talk to Joseph is rather difficult because he's just like, I'm gonna let you carry on then. I'll see you later. Bye.
Hold on one second for me, okay? Madison, I need you to get down, okay?
No.
When I'm done, you can play. I'm not done yet.
No.
Maddie, go watch television, okay?
No.
The kids don't want to watch television. They're bored of watching television. They probably watch it every day.
Maria, can you hold on 1 second, okay? Throw it out.
So, Kathy, what's it like on the weekends? Is Dad normally in and out, or is he around? Or
So he's normally asleep or watching television or something.
have you spoke about it with him?
I work, I'm stressed, so it's as if he has downtime and I don't. So once I get resentful about that.
You don't think things are going to change?
We've talked about it, but nothing's gonna
No avail.
No.
So, Kathy, do you have much time to spend with Paige? As she has Down syndrome, the condition. Does that allow you much time during your day to spend with her?
No, on a regular basis, I don't have a lot of time between work. Some of the other things I would like to spend more time with her, as far as being more self-sufficient.
Or teaching her life skills?
Right, exactly.
Verbally, she does have problems trying to communicate.
What happened, Paige? Joseph, did you hit her?
Her pronunciation is not very clear at all. She gets very frustrated because she is trying so hard to engage. Now, I noticed this as being a very big problem in the household because her brother Joseph does misunderstand this and they end up fighting and arguing a lot. He becomes very mean and very aggressive where he ends up hurting her.
Joseph, go in your room. Come on, Paige. Let's come in here.
We were going to send a search warrant out for you.
What? A search warrant?
Yeah, we were.
Whatever it is that I have to get done on the weekend to keep the household running and keep our lifestyle going. That's what I do.
You at work from Monday to Friday,
Sunday
from Sunday.
night.
Must miss the family, huh?
Oh, yeah. Miss them a lot.
Yeah. I hadn't seen much of Arthur since he'd got home, so I checked in with Kathy as she was bathing the kids. Where's Dad, Mum?
He's asleep. And power hour nap turned into a 2-hour power nap. Possibly 3. Probably 4. We may not see him again tonight.
I found out that Arthur was having a power nap that was only meant to be an hour long. But 2 hours later, Kathy's still doing all the work, and he's still in bed.
Coming up on Supernanny. The kids keep Mom up past her bedtime.
We can go on until 11:30.
I did hear that correctly.
And Joe's got just one question for Dad.
Arthur, where were you?
When Supernanny returns.
Paige, come here. Come get in your bed. No, you're not getting in Mommy's bed. Your bed.
So, Mum, what's happening at the moment now?
I'm trying to get everybody in their respective beds, and that's not happening.
Bedtime doesn't exist in this household. Mum has no real routine.
Maddie, I need you to get in your bed, okay?
It's bedtime now. This should be happening during the daytime. Right. The woman's got patience of a saint. She really has. She's back and forth from upstairs to downstairs, putting those children to bed. And the dad's in bed. No help.
Okay, good night.
Oh, what time can this normally go on till?
Oh, we can go on until 11:30.
11:30. I did hear that correctly.
Yes, 11:30. Yes. Turn around. Every day I say I'm not sure how much longer I can do this. Something is going to have to give, and I don't want it to be me.
Yeah, hide it behind that big smile, and you keep laughing. Seriously.
Again, seriously, if I didn't, I would cry. Seriously. Madison.
There's one mum trying to get all her kids to sleep, which she is not doing very well because they keep getting up, and she was exhausted, and it was a real effort. And the dad's in bed. To be honest with you, I really couldn't believe it. I was that close from knocking on the door myself. I'm going to leave you to get on with the rest of your chores because, as it is, we've got the young one up again.
Yes.
And I know you've got a lot to still do, okay? So I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, great. That you will. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. When I first Let's Meet a Family, I go in and I watch the dynamic between the parents and the children. And afterwards, I sit down with them and I address the issues that definitely need to be sorted out. Arthur, Kathy, I've seen more than enough, so why don't we sit down in the dining area and go and discuss these issues, okay?
Okay, great. I'm a little nervous about what Joe's going to say. I know that she's going to have a lot to pick out.
I was really thinking, what is she going to be able to tell me? Or what is she going to be able to tell Kathy that Kathy's going to be able to relate to our kids?
Now, I have to take my hat off to the pair of you. I think you have done tremendously well with Paige. And I must say, you have 3 beautiful children. You really do.
Thank you.
But something's got to give. The television is on in every room, doesn't get switched off, and that's having a serious impact on the kids. None of the children play together.
I agree. I use the television and the games as a means to babysit.
But let's talk about that, Kathy. There isn't a schedule. There is no routine in the house where things get done. Not only has that got the children not knowing what's coming next, but actually you haven't got the foggiest either. And on top of all of this, we've got bedtime. Now, bedtime is just a joke.
Yes, it is.
Yesterday you struggled. You struggled hard putting those children to bed. Arthur, where were you? I don't really have to explain to you how worn down Kathy is and how she's feeling. I mean, why?
Oh, you observed one night. I do help.
Kathy, that's not what you were telling me.
He helps here and there, but it's not a consistent type of help, as I needed it last night.
Why are you not there on the weekends when you can be? Why do you not prioritise things so that you can have that quality time with them? And what part of you, Arthur, is not listening to the fact that Kathy needs your help? The part of Arthur that's selfish. You say you miss your family and you want to be with them. But I don't see that happening.
In my opinion, Joe's in fantasy land. She had the gall to call me selfish, and she doesn't know me that well.
There's no reason why we can't change what's going on here for the better, so that you're both happy as a couple and so that your kids are much happier. So are you guys both up for some serious hard work to change this?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's get to it then.
Okay, great. I think Joe could see that I'm just insisting on a day-to-day basis, just doing things that I have to do to get things done, but I'm not really that happy inside.
Coming up on Supernanny.
Weekend, 7 o'clock, everybody waking up.
Joe's schedule is anything but routine.
That's not going to happen.
Arthur, work with me here. Come on.
While Paige gets some expert advice on communication.
Say, Nikki. Kiki. Oh, very good.
When Supernanny returns.
The first thing I do after observing a family is to go back and place on their merry walls a structured routine.
How you doing?
Very well. So that's exactly what I did for the Webb family, because they do desperately need a routine. There is no structure. First off, we have a weekday routine. Kids at school, and of course, Mum, you're at work, right? At 2:30, the kids come home. 2:30 to 3:45, the kids can have some TV time.
Okay.
7 to 7:30. From bath time onwards, we're encouraging that whole wind down period. So 8:30, lights out.
The schedule that Joe put together, I really appreciate the time and effort she put into it. What I want Joe to do is to teach Kathy to get better control of the household when I'm not here.
This is a very optimistic weekday routine. Okay.
Very optimistic.
Weekend, as you can see there, 7 o'clock, everybody waking up. Everybody.
That's not going to happen.
Why is that, Arthur?
It's not going to happen. I'm up at 5 o'clock every day during the week.
Arthur, work with me here. Come on, work with me. All right, I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll tell you what. Give us a chance to work.
On weekends is absolutely not going to happen.
The point I am trying to make, Arthur, is that if you choose not to do something, then Kathy's just going to go, well, who is going to do it? I might as well do it.
Admittedly, there's probably some things that I can do to help out a little bit more, and I'm willing to do that.
This is going to happen.
I'm going to have to, okay, we'll see.
Okay.
So, let's just finish here and start getting on with it. Arthur left for work. So over the next couple of days, Mum and I and the kids will be working on the weekday routine. Hey, Kathy, can I have your attention for a minute? I just want to go through some discipline with you for the kids. Okay. Every household needs discipline, but I noticed that Kathy didn't have any set technique in place. So I introduced the naughty chair. Not long after, I got to see exactly how she was going to handle it.
Joseph. Joseph. Are you outside? No, we don't yell inside the house. This is the first warning. No more yelling inside the house. Now go sit in your seat and wait for Mommy to finish fixing dinner.
Good, Mum.
Joseph, I asked you not to yell inside the house. This is your second warning. Just one? Just get one? Just one warning? Okay.
Yes, again, Joseph didn't listen to Mum. He was shouting, and he had to go on the naughty chair.
There's no yelling inside the house. I asked you, I gave you a warning, but you continue to do it. Sit here for 7 minutes.
Okay, Mum, this is teaching. Okay, we're straight down. Joseph, you were told by Mummy to stop yelling. You did not listen, and you have been sent to the naughty chair. Now you will stay here for 7 minutes. Okay? It's with conviction here. You're not having it. You're the mum of the house. Do as you're told. Full stop. Otherwise, you're going to be spending a lot of time on that naughty chair. That's his choice. Mum used to let Joseph get away with blue murder, and all of a sudden now she's got the naughty chair, and she's to be taken seriously.
Come here, man. Back to the naughty chair.
Don't even speak. Straight back downstairs into that chair. Remember, you mean your business. Kath, no speaking, just bring him down. I told Kathy to bring the naughty chair into the kitchen so she could carry on with dinner. Girls a bath, but Joseph, he was carrying on. So I told Mum to bring the naughty chair straight up to the bathroom. Whee! Kathy's persistence paid off. After an hour, Joseph finally gave up. Okay, Mum, I remember your voice. All right, remember what Joseph has just done?
I want you to apologize to me for getting out of your naughty chair. Okay, let's go downstairs and have some pizza and some dessert. Would you like that?
Introduced Dr. Lynn Cagle to Kathy to help Paige with her speech.
And that was so nice of you to introduce us. And that's your little sister. Hi, Madison.
Say hi.
Dr. Cagle runs the University of California Research Center, which helps thousands of special needs children around the world.
Should we go in here and play? You want up in here? These your toys? Whose turn? Okay, you do it.
Okay, is it your turn? Say my turn. All right, here it comes.
Great, and that was perfect because instead of just saying yes, you went a step further to have her say my turn. That was excellent. I wanted to work with Kathy to have her ask more open-ended questions and more questions altogether. She wasn't asking very many questions, nor was she asking a lot of different types of questions.
Whose turn is it? Dr. Cagle?
Dr. Cagle, you got a good memory, huh? You're so smart. You remembered my name.
Paige did a lot of remarkable things as far as repeating Dr. Cagle's name. That was something that I had never seen her do before, have that recollection so quickly.
If it's hard to understand her, you can even have her say it one more time. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't do it if she starts turning her off, but...
Okay. It's a dog.
Dog.
What does the dog say? Very good. Very good.
That's excellent. That's excellent having her name. And you know, she's doing so well, you might even want to go a step further. If she says cow, you could say brown cow and just say a little more after adding on to what she says. But that was excellent. I love that.
That's a cake?
I was so happy with the progress that Paige made. And really, I have to give her mom credit. She must have said dozens of words just in a 15-minute period. So I was so incredibly impressed with how quickly Kathy picked it up and was able to just evoke that communication to get her talking and get her using all kinds of different words and getting them a little clearer.
Paige, remember. Say Mickey.
Kiki.
Mickey.
Kiki.
Mickey.
Oh,
very good. Very good.
That was good. I'm really optimistic that Paige's communication will just explode if Kathy continues to do as well as she did.
Okay, what else do we have here? What's that?
The mouse. That was great.
Wow.
So clear.
Just looking at what Dr. Cagle and also Joe has shown me, I think it's going to definitely help Paige with her speech.
Coming up on Supernanny. When Joseph pushes Joe's techniques to the limits,
Be firm, make him walk.
Joe resorts to drastic measures.
I want you to go straight to Joseph's room, and I want you to pick up that video game and take them out his room. All right? None of this nonsense now.
When Supernanny returns.
After Dr. Cagle left, I introduced the shared play technique. These children haven't been taught how to play with each other, which is so sad. Joseph, this is a game that we're playing. This is really good because we'll be able to show Paige and Madison how to play this game.
We've never sat down and played a game together as a family.
Each child presses the teeth in the crocodile's mouth. Joseph, you're going to be first, then Paige, and then Maddie. All fingers away. Ready? Who's the first person to take a turn? Hey. It's all about give and take, learning to share, learning to take turns. It's Paige next. this is not just a skill you learn for playing games, it's also something that you take with you into adulthood. Katie, my turn. My turn.
Good girl. Okay, you push down the teeth.
Woo!
It's your turn, Madison. I was just happy to see them sharing. It's not a new concept, but it's a new concept for us, for the kids to share. So that was good to see.
Going to happen. For me, what was wonderful to see was there was energy in the house, laughing, giggling, and having fun, instead of the house that we'd seen 2 days before, which was completely flat. And this is how their house should be. Bedtime drags on in this house, and tonight I'm going to help Kathy to change that. What we want to do is to show the children that they're not being rewarded with communication, and the break-in cycle
Right.
that has been going on for years. And tonight we're doing it.
Great.
So it's kisses and cuddles, tucking the children into bed.
Come over this way.
Mum, short and sweet. Kiss, hug, and let's go.
I'll see you in the morning.
As she kissed the children good night and came out of the children's bedrooms, they started to come out. What's the first thing you say, Mum?
Back to bed.
It's bedtime.
It's bedtime.
Remember, every time you talk to your kids, you're going to put half an hour on your bedtime. Right, let's go.
What do we have here?
No talking, Mum. What do we say in the technique? What's the second thing?
Bedtime.
All right.
Maddie, bedtime.
The kids, they weren't having none of it. As soon as Mum put them into their bedrooms, they came back out straight away. Deal with Joseph and then both girls. Mum's doing a fantastic job right now. She's putting those kids back into bed and they're just testing on every level and then some. As you can see.
Trying to put the kids to bed for 2 hours. At that point, I said, Joe, this is not working. I'm sorry. You may have done it with other children before, but the Webb children, it's not going to work with them. At that point, I was not a believer.
Be firm. Make him walk. Kathy was doing great, but Joseph continued to test Mum by distracting the girls, and I knew then that I had to take more drastic measures about this bedtime technique. All right, Mum, let's stop right here. Let's start right here. Let's start taking charge. Let's start having some authority around this house. I want you to go straight into Joseph's room, and I want you to pick up that video game and the remote controls and take them out his room. All right? None of this nonsense now. Here we go. Remove the box. Right, that's it. Video game gone. Joseph, come here, please. Your mother asked you to go to bed and to behave yourself. And I know that you understand, Mummy. I have taken your video game out of your room. Now, I want you to go back to your bed and to behave well and go to sleep. And if you don't start doing that, then I'm going to take the television out of your room and the computer. And it will be gone for 2 days. Once Mum took the video game away, oh, Joseph got the message. He didn't come out of his room. You did really well. I'm really proud of you. You're basically taking control. You should be proud of yourself because you've done a good job. We're just going to be consistent and follow through. Exactly, they're just settling now. Look how much earlier it is.
I know.
Hoorah.
Each night, it was about 3 hours to get the kids in bed. Tonight, it was maybe 2 hours. I know it's a work in progress, but I know we're going to get there.
Okay. It's time for me to go. And Kathy will be on her own for a couple of days, but I will be keeping an eye on her and Alpha when he gets home.
Coming up on Supernanny. With Joe gone, Dad plays by his own rules.
And stop it. So this is the technique? Okay. I've done all I can do.
But Mom stands her ground.
I think that we should go with a naughty chair since I'm here.
When I have them alone, I'm going to use a firm tap.
When Supernanny returns.
I've left Mum for a couple of days to implement all the techniques, but I'm also looking forward to seeing how Dad's going to get on with the kids.
Apologize to her right now. sit in the seat. You're in here because you hit your sister and you're yelling in the house. We do not yell in the house and you do not hit your sister.
Good, Mum. That hitting has landed him straight into the naughty chair.
Madison, do you want the strawberry or the orange? Sit there and stay.
Way to stick with it.
Good. I want you to apologize for screaming and for hitting your sister.
Sorry.
Sorry for what? Right.
Screaming.
Okay, come on back. Let's eat dinner. Thank you.
Well done, Kathy. You've really got that down.
You want to do that first? Or you want to do hide, go seek first?
Oh, that's fantastic. The kids are getting some quality time with Dad.
Say, where are you? You don't see him? He's not back there? Oh, he is back there. Ah, you found your daddy. Yeah. That's not the one you had. Stop it.
Arthur, what's that all about? What about the naughty chair?
I'm going to read with JoJo. Right with him. Give Daddy a good night kiss.
Arthur, that's great. I'm glad to see you're getting involved in the bedtime technique.
Bedtime.
Now, here's the challenge.
1 second. Hey, Arthur.
Yeah.
Can you come up for a second?
All right. What do you want me to do?
Help me keep the girls on the bed. As they get out, just take them right back and put them in the bed.
Right, Kathy. Explain the technique to him.
No cuddles?
No.
All right, no cuddles. That's how long that lasts. So, if that takes until 9:30, 10 o'clock, you're supposed to continue to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Man, go on that side. So this is the technique?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Picking up the kids, taking them back to the bed. No cuddling, no talking, no conversation or anything like that. I don't see where that adds value.
What? Arthur, you just giving up? I've got to get back and show you how this is done. How are you? Good. I love sitting down with the parents and watching the DVD footage because it gives them an opportunity to see exactly where they've gone wrong.
Let's take a look at some footage here and see how you guys got on. Okay. Excited?
Stop hitting. That's not acceptable. Come on, we're going to the naughty chair. You do not hit your sister. Stay in this chair for 7 minutes. Sorry for what? Right. Okay.
Yay! Love the consistency here, placing him back onto that chair. When he realised that he had to stay on that naughty chair, he then tried to interact with you and get your attention, but you followed through and you did the technique, and that is really important.
Thank you.
That's not the one you had? Stop it.
Oh, no. I said a naughty chair.
No naughty chair. Stop taking things.
Let me grab you on that. So you believe in giving...
I believe a firm tap. I don't believe in spanking and that kind of stuff, but I do believe a firm tap has its place. There was a firm tap, and that was it for the whole day with Joseph. No more problems.
The only problem is that you tap. You're then saying to your kids, don't hit.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
So there's a mixed message for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
The physical reprimand will always override and undermine any other technique we use as discipline.
We can move off this subject. I don't know what you're going to do, but I know what I'm going to do.
Well, I think that we should go with the naughty chair since I'm here 5 days out of the week with them, and that's what they're used to.
Well, when we're here together, if you want to do naughty chairs, discipline, you can use it. When I have them alone, I'm going to use a firm tap.
You're the parents. At the end of the day, you guys are going to do what you're going to do, but understand the conflict it will cause when trying to discipline the children.
Good Daddy, good night kiss. Okay. What do you want me to do?
Help me keep the girls in the bed.
Hey, get back in the bed. I've done all I can do.
Promise, Daddy.
I've given up.
When you did it for half an hour, did you feel like it wasn't working? So it's like, kind of, Kathy, deal with this because I really don't feel that my heart's in it.
When kids are hungry, they're going to eat. When they're sleepy, they're going to sleep. And this became a game.
The point of the stay in bed technique is so that you're not going into their room every time they call, but that when they come out of their room and come into yours, you can put them straight back into bed. Now, Joseph and Maddie do understand that concept. Sometimes Paige will cooperate and go down. Another time she'll instigate because she's a special needs child. Her behaviour is inconsistent. And my question to you guys is about placing Maddie or Paige in the other room, which would mean that Maddie would always get that consistency with you placing her back, and Paige you deal with on a separate basis.
I think it'll help a lot. There's certain things that I am going to do, and there's certain things I'm not going to do. But I'll be right there rooting Kathy on.
So we're going to work through some stuff today. Anything that needs reinforcing, we'll do that.
Okay.
And we'll go through the techniques. All right, brilliant.
Thank you.
Coming up on Supernanny.
I don't think we should do it right now.
Well, we saw by the DVD it was crucial. We need to.
Joe has Arthur on the move. Will he fold under the pressure?
I don't have a commitment to the technique.
So what's your decision?
When Supernanny returns.
Get up to the bus stop. Where do your books belong? Joe, did you hear that? I said, where do your books belong? In the bedroom.
In the bedroom. Good girl. I thought we should get straight to it and put the girls in different bedrooms.
I don't think we should do it right now.
Well, we saw by the DVD it was crucial. We need to.
Okay. I was against changing the bedroom right now, but, it was really something I was doing as a gesture to my wife and to my family.
After Arthur came around, he took charge and got busy.
Okay, good job.
It was time for bed, and Mum and Dad teamed up to get the kids settled in.
It's a giraffe.
That was a little boy named Joseph.
That's lovely, that's lovely.
The end. Okay. Time to go to sleep. Hayden, time to go to your bed. Madison, this is your bed right here.
Joseph didn't come out of his room. Paige stayed in her room for the first time, but with Maddie, things took a little longer. Tonight, Dad agreed to help Mum with the bedtime technique.
All right, here's the situation now. Paige is trying to go to sleep. Maddie's in the landing area.
Put her back to bed, but you say nothing. Because once you start talking, she'll get up out of her bed every time because she's hoping that you'll talk to her.
Dad put Maddie straight back in, and she came back out.
So you guys got about 5 more minutes of this with me. Kathy will tell you I'm not patient.
He put her back in, and she came right back out.
It's now a game. Officially.
Okay, give me 2 for good faith.
No, it's a game now.
Yeah, hold on, Arthur. Are you making a decision to go downstairs and you're going to leave Kathy up here on her own?
I don't have a commitment to the technique.
So what's your decision?
So I'm going downstairs. I really do like Joe's techniques for setting the atmosphere for bedtime, and I'll continue to support Kathy. But, and maybe I thought there was a magic wand.
Arthur has been unwilling to follow through with the bedtime technique, but tonight he's stuck with it for 30 minutes. Hey, it's better than nothing. So Kathy stepped in and took over, and it worked. She stayed in her room, and Maddie didn't come out again.
And you really have been an inspiration. I'm very happy. Me too. I'm glad you're happy. But you deserve to be happy. It's time for me to say bye.
Oh, I'm going to miss you. Joe being here has definitely changed my life. But she's the one that showed me what I needed to do to get my life in order. So I feel as if she did something special for me.
Take care of yourself. Keep on top of everything. Remind yourself of the techniques. Okay?
How you guys doing?
Good, all down. Yeah. And the night is yours. It's time for me to leave.
Thanks for making me do some introspection.
It is important because this is about your children.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been great. Thank you. You too.
Yeah, take care. Arthur,
right.
Take care.
Thanks again.
Take care. And say goodnight to those children for me. I feel that there has been progress made in the house. Mum has turned things around for herself. This woman smiled because behind there was a woman that wanted to cry. And now there's a woman that's smiling and feeling very satisfied with what she's achieved. And I'm so proud of her for that.
It's amazing to be able to see now that I missed out on a lot of things we could have been doing together as a family. Now I know that I need to take advantage of every moment I have to spend with them. Hey, it's time to eat dinner. Come on and help mommy with the dinner. We're going to put the plates on the table and the forks.
Yeah.
Paige's speech has really, really improved. She has just come a long way in using her words, and I'm interacting with her more.
Joe's routine has helped me realize that I need to do things a little bit differently to be a better dad to the kids, to spend more time with them and more quality time. You know how to play this one too? We have seen Arthur change from being a couch potato on the weekends to being more involved with the children, playing games with them, being involved in the family playtime.
and even taking us out to the park. I have structure. I know that I can get them home, fed, play with, and bathe, and in the bed by 8:30.
It's going to make me feel a lot better being on the road, but she's got a schedule. Hope this works for her during the week, and hope it helps to put my mind at ease.
Hey, Madison.
Like Joe came in and, and made me do some introspection. Made me look at myself and what I could do differently. And I'm thankful for that.
I want to say to Joe, thank you so much for changing my life, bringing my family back together. Thank you for helping me become the type of mother that I've always wanted to be.
Where's that thing? Oh. Stupid thing on the stick.
Oh, hey. Okay, here, let's sit right here for each card, okay?